The idea of dreaming has always been a questionable aspect of how life works. For many years, generations, and centuries, from Aristotle's time, when philosophers believed dreams were to be used to predict the future, to the Romans, who believed that dreams were of divine origin from the gods, to the Victorians, who believed dreams were portals to the supernatural, mankind's perception of the real meaning as to why a dream occurs has never been more blurry than ever, until now. But in order to understand the real reason we dream, we have to go to the root cause sleep. Now, why do we sleep? Well, that's a question with an answer so straightforward you'll probably just want to sleep right now, since you've watched hundreds of these submissions, and yeah, I'd say that's a fair excuse. But it's not as simple as just feeling tired. You see, while you're rewatching that boring dancing scene between Harry and Hermione in the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and your eyelids start to droop ever so slightly, our body begins its function of restoring any damaged cells, undergoing brain detoxification, the process of removing waste products such as beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's, and also following the sacred traditions of our ancestors by resting at a time where visibility and safety is reduced during the night, which helps to explain the evolution of sleep over time in order to keep humans out of harm's way. In simple terms, what you'll realize is that you're now at a stage where the movie's still going on, you're fast asleep, and you're going to wake up to regretting that decision to watch Harry Potter for the sixth time in a row as you lift up your phone greeting you with a 3% battery warning. What you don't realize is your dream has just started.
So how exactly do dreams come about? Well, we can get some answers by looking at the brain's activity while we sleep. One of the coolest ways to track this is through EEG recordings, which show the electrical waves in the brain. These waves tell us that during REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, the brain is pretty active with fast, low voltage waves. This is when the dreams actually happen, and interestingly, they tend to be about things that were on our mind right before we wake up. On the flip side, during NREM, which is non-rapid eye movement sleep, the brain has high voltage, slow waves. The dreams during NREM sleep are often more complex with vivid, detailed scenes. Researchers have dug into the connection between dreaming and certain areas of the brain, and the results are pretty fascinating. A study by some Italian scientists used MRI scans to check out how specific brain regions are involved in dreaming. They found out that dreams, especially the wild, emotional, and memorable ones, are closely tied to the hippocampus, where memories are created, and the amygdala, which deals with emotions and memory recall. Shows that dreams might be linked to how our brain stores and processes our experiences. One interesting case involved a patient who didn't dream at all, yet didn't show any serious neurological issues. After some investigation, it turned out she had a lesion in a specific part of the brain's visual cortex, which is the right inferior lingual gyrus. This part of the brain is important for storing memories and emotions in a visual way, which helps explain how dreams might be connected to these memories and emotion centers in the brain. All of this research gives us a deeper understanding of how dreams are tied to how our brain works at a fundamental level.
Dreams come in many forms, but to keep things simple, we can break them down into two types: those we can control and those we can't. Nightmares fall into the second category. No one wakes up from a nightmare thinking, "Wow, I can't wait to experience that again." Yet they still happen. Nightmares usually occur during REM sleep, and since that's when we're hovering between being asleep and awake, the images from them tend to stick with us. There are several reasons nightmares happen: irregular sleep, stress, or anxiety, but the most common cause is PTSD. In post-traumatic nightmares, the part of the brain that processes fear, including the amygdala, can become overly sensitive and overreactive, leading to more intense nightmares. On the flip side, there are dreams we can control, lucid dreams. In a lucid dream, you realize that you were asleep, but still fully immersed in the dream, which often feels incredibly real. Studies using EEG scans show that the brain activity in the frontal cortex is higher during lucid dreams compared to regular REM sleep. This suggests that the frontal cortex plays a key role in how we often experience lucid dreams.
At this point so far, we've established the fact that we dream based on what we see. However, what do animals dream of? Well, to answer that question, we had a bit of help from Dr. Daniela Rusler, an ecologist at the University of Constance, who made a fascinating discovery while studying jumping spiders during the 2020 lockdown. After observing a nursery for baby jumping spiders, she used a night vision camera to observe their movements while they were resting. What she found was remarkable though. These spiders experienced rapid periods of retinal movement, similar to the REM sleep humans experience when dreaming. During these REM-like stages, the spiders exhibited small, uncoordinated body movements, such as wiggling their abdomens and curling and uncurling their legs, like they were practicing the movements they make when they're awake. Rusler even joked that some of these movements seemed like nightmares, as the spiders would suddenly stretch out their legs in a startled manner. This sleep-like state in jumping spiders could change the way we understand the evolution of REM sleep, which has previously only been identified in animals with backbones, for example, mammals and birds. Although we can't ask the spiders what they're dreaming about, these movements suggest that, like humans, they might be dreaming of activities or behaviors important to their survival. And no, that does not mean we are all like Spider-Man, okay? Since jumping spiders constantly anchor themselves with silk lines to prepare for other potential jumps, it's possible they're practicing this behavior in their dreams. Other theories might suggest that their dreams could involve processing sensory information, like vibrations or motion, since they're highly visual creatures. In a way, their dreams might reflect the world around them, helping them refine their survival skills or respond to threats. So, while we may never fully understand what spiders dream of, it's clear that their dreams could be connected to vital activities like hunting, jumping, and navigating their environment. As more research is done, we may find that other animals, especially those with complex behaviors like jumping spiders, might dream in ways that help them survive and thrive.